let's go on over to the DL Whisperer, shall we? Now, y'all, I stay out of mess, right? In general, I stay out of online mess when it comes to other content creators. Because the truth of the matter is, it's all a trap. And people do stupid shit for clout. Like, y'all be wanting to argue and keep shit going for clout. But every once in a while, people be on the internet just really being fucked up. And I'm just like, yeah, that's some weird ass shit. And whenever a man decides that he wants to pull up at people's houses, okay, I can't fuck with him no more. That's too much for me. All right. Now, the DL Whisperer is a content creator that has made his business, from getting up here on the internet and telling you girls if y'all men are gay or not, if y'all men are DL or not. And the only reason I really started to have a problem is because Dominique Morgan, okay, one of my mutuals who I really like, right? Dominique was like, the motherfucker has started to tell people that I'm going to jail. Like, at first it was like funny because Dominique was like, girl, I'm on my way to an awards ceremony, but I'm supposed to be in jail right now. It was funny at first. But then the DL Whisperer started to say that Dominique was in jail for being a PDF file. No, Dominique was in jail for scamming. Okay? Get your shit right. But it was like a concerted effort to keep making videos about Dominique Morgan in a way that was like untrue. Hold up.
I wanted to use this comment as a response to just the overwhelming comments from the video. Because one, I wanna make some things clear.
Okay, so if y'all think the DL Whisperer is protecting women, but then threatening to unalive trans women, right? Who are also women, that's cool. That's cool to y'all though. Threatening, pulling up at their houses, them having to actually go to court and get restraining orders against this young man. Y'all think that that's somebody that's protecting people? You think it's cool to spread misinformation and call somebody a PDF file when they're not? I just want to be clear. Because if you think that's protecting women, I don't think that's protecting women. And from what I understand, a lot of y'all are paying him money. So he's getting money out of y'all because y'all apparently don't have good discernment. Team DL Whisperer. Why are you Team DL Whisperer? Glitz and glam. You look like a grown adult woman. Why are you Team DL Whisperer? Holla at me. Let me know. Because a lot of the times it feels like y'all are just transphobic and y'all want somebody who is gay to be transphobic with, so it'll alleviate guilt from feeling like you're being transphobic. Because, and I've been talking about this recently. I remember when I talked about the internalized homophobia with the Brett, and everybody lost their fucking mind on me because I was saying that her separating herself from a stud was her, like, basically trying to, I'm not that gay it. And whenever somebody tries to, I'm not that gay it, I look at them sideways. So it's cool for TS to pull up his info online and do an expo. So from what I understand, TS Madison read his information but did not put his name or social security on the internet. But he did pull his shit up. She did pull his shit up. Okay? TS did pull the DL Whisperer shit up and talked about it. But this was only after the DL Whisperer had been on a rampage on TikTok calling Dominique a PDF file. So I'm confused about what we're okay with at this point. Because we pull up people's public record information and talk about it all the time. If somebody goes to jail and gets arrested, I could pull up their shit. It's public information. Especially if they've been attacking me. And I feel like it's one thing to get online and talk shit about somebody. It's a whole nother thing to say you want to unalive them. Say you want to see the light move out of their eyes or some shit like that. I'm gonna see if I can find that clip where DL Whisperer was on Tasha K talking about how much he hates Dominique Morgan and T.S. Madison. And I was confused because I remember when the shit started between him and Dominique Morgan. And I was like, what is the problem? I'm so confused. And what it really started to look like is if I beef with this very loved person, it'll gain me more clout. Because in a trans woman's comments, it's always a whole bunch of people that's hate watching them. So if I start hating on Dominique Morgan, then the fans that actually are transphobic are going to come to me. People be on the internet being very strategic about how they clout chase, y'all. And all of the women that feel like DL Whisperer is doing y'all a favor, I just have to wonder, in what scenario has DL Whisperer came in and helped you? I would love for y'all to write in the comments, please. Give me, a scenario where you feel like he's actually done something very good for you, because I feel like if you would just follow a few short rules as a woman in general, okay, then you wouldn't have to have a man telling you about a man that you laying with. Because if you would make sure they get STD panels, if you would pay attention to the red flags, if you know he a hoe and he out here fucking everybody, make sure you're wearing a condom with him. Because that can save your life. Okay? But there are things that y'all don't be liking to do that if you would just do that, you wouldn't have to go pay some nigga to help you figure something out that really shouldn't be that hard to figure out. And if you care that much about the man that you're actually in a relationship with being DL, I feel like maybe you shouldn't be with that man. If that's something that's really on your heart and on your mind, I think maybe you should just break up with the man.
Me sharing that story is not me saying that I think that we shouldn't figure out how to make sure people are informed when they're in situations where they're being lied to, where they're being disrespected, when they're being harmed. Because I believe that behavior is harmful. Like, I need to be clear about that. My critique is the how. My wonder is if the how is giving people what I hear people say they're really looking for. So I laugh and joke and all of that, but as a facilitator, as an educator, as a person who is experienced in thinking about creating safe spaces,
Hold up, I wanted to go
spaces,
faster.
from me being in prison to me running large scale work out here in community, right? Women are saying, I want to love somebody and I want to feel safe in loving that person. Women are saying, I already, and again, Black women are saying, I already feel like the world diminishes me, and Lord, can I have one person that looks at me and sees me as the best thing smoking out here? I don't think that I can handle being with a man who likes other men, a man who likes, I can't handle that. I need a man, because I already got to fight with a man wanting all these other cis women out here. So I can't handle that. That doesn't feel good to me. I can't find the safety and the nurturing and love that I am seeking if I feel like if my partner moves that way. That's what I'm hearing. And when I digest it, no matter how it's being said, no matter how harmful it can feel sometimes, when I hear it, when I sit in it, because I had to sleep on this, that's what I'm hearing. And I don't believe the approach is actualizing what I believe my sisters truly desire. And I know that also because it's what I desire. I've shared this before. My husband cheated on me with a bio woman and had a baby with her. Nice. My husband, not no DL man, my husband. I went up to the side of that mountain for that nigga, right?
Sheila.
And so it would be absurd for me to get on here and have a disdain for cis women because of what that nigga did. That would be ridiculous. Absurd, right? And that takes me to this. Men are never held accountable. Someone said, I always forget this person's name because I like to say their name because they said it on a Zoom call in 2022 and it has stuck with me ever since. They said, I think they was working at BYP 100. They said, you cannot hold people accountable who don't perceive you to have the power to hold them accountable. You can punish people, but punishments are usually doled out by large, powerful systems. Women and femmes are not seen as large, powerful systems. When y'all look at the LGBTQ plus community, what are the most powerful components of that system are men, and it's usually white, gay men. Secondarily, black gay men, depending on how those black gay men present. The more feminine those black gay men present, the more society negates their power and influence. Okay?
And listen here, I am not saying that the trans girls are always right. I'm not saying that, right? Like, I'm not saying that because I've seen some videos that Cherry Boom did, and it's like I could definitely understand why y'all don't, why y'all don't fuck with Cherry Boom and shit. Okay, even though I do feel like, a lot of y'all, all of this is just coming from transphobia. I'm not even going to front. Like, that's what I feel like. Before I continue into more videos, I want to read the divas super chats. Also, I'm sorry. I thank you. Thank you, Carmise, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Erica, thank you for all of the super chats, girl. Erica said it's probably safe not to refer to your identity with a term that was created by a grifting pimp who loads women. And that's when we were talking about the FBA situation. And they keep trying to put FBA on another black man so that they can try to shift the conversation that I'm actually having. But I got you, girl. Okay. She said black women who love DL Whisperer love him for the same reason why white women love Trump. The exact same reason. Y'all, this is sad. What satisfaction does a woman get from a man exposing a public figure who might be DL? He is not helping you with the private citizens you are dating who are DL. He is talking about public figures. So he not even helping y'all for real, for real. Because Dominique said in my comments that y'all be paying him to come to y'all city and then he be fucking y'all men and then telling y'all about it. Is that what's going on? Are y'all using, I'm not sure. Is that what's happening? Are y'all using the DL Whisperer to try to test y'all niggas to see if they gay or not? Y'all are doing too much. Um, Instead of looking for DL men, why don't you just assume all men are gay? Problem solved. Listen, I don't know what the issue is, girl. I like to assume that all of these niggas are untrustworthy, to
The
be
sooner
very clear. Okay? But hold up. Let's get a little breakdown right quick, right fast.
the sooner we all
Okay, from another trans squirrel. Okay.
collectively agree and accept that trans women rule the world, specifically trans women of color, dark skin, brown skin, beige, light skin, beige, fluorescent beige, bitch, black, and also trans women of color rule the world, get the men going, get the women going, assist girls whether it be outrage, misdirected anger, cloaked over their self-harming femphobia. Trans people, trans femmes, femme presenting, non-binary people, two-spirit people really, really are running shit. From the dark web to the statistics that we're able to see, the people are loving the dolls. The way that Hudson Williams and Connor Story got the girls hot and bothered with heated rivalry, if there were a trans woman equivalent of that show that were able to be put out and made in such a direct, specific way, it would genuinely restructure society. That's why I've made jokes in the past about how if Kanye had popped out with a trans girl after Kim, things would be so much more different. If one of these rappers who secretly love femboys, trans women, the non-binary two-spirited folks who exist beyond the binaries that society says that they should date and be with, if these Hollywood mainstream A-list actors and rappers and musicians were to court these people like accordingly and appropriately in the way that they deserve, we deserve, it would shift things. It would shift the paradigm. It would really rock and roll shit to a whole new level. Word to Tina Turner. But sadly, faith-based cults and crucifixion cults, etc., have corrupted the minds of people to think that anything existing out of the heteronormative cis binary systems and colonial patterns is provocative in the most evil, negative way that is going to land people in purgatory for even enjoying or appreciating or giving human value to. We as a society and the ecosystem won't be able to bear the fruits of the beauty of the trans, of the dwells, of the non-binaries, of the two-spirits, of the trans femmes, of the blackity black trans girls. Happy Black History Month to all the trans women, the black trans women, specifically Della, of course. To T.S. Madison for not having to be somebody's whispers of guilt and somebody's reason for hatred, but instead she trailblazes and shines bright like she does with her sister Dominique Morgan and the T.S. Madison Starter House, and Dominique Morgan trailblazing her own lane of academia, is that the right word? Academia child, because she's a nerd too, so she be into the comic books and the animations of it all too as well, girl, because trans women are more than just your sexual objects and fantasies and things for you to indulge in when it comes to wanting to explore your sexual endeavors and sexuality, because
And they do that, y'all. It's too low. I'm sorry, y'all. It's low. I don't know if I could pick it up
we as humans
anymore.
exist beyond those things. We're truth tellers,
She whispering.
storytellers,
She is whispering, girl. Okay, hold up.
storytellers.
She is whispering. Like DL whispers, girl, you whispering. I need for you to be louder next time, okay? Trying to be demure. Okay, the hoes always trying to be demure.
You know, I try to stay out of things like this, but this whole situation with the DL Whisperer, T.S. Madison, and Dominique Morgan is kind of getting out of hand. But T.S. Madison has a restraining order against him now. And Dominique is most likely on her way to doing the same thing. This GoFundMe started at $5,000, then it went to $11,000, and now it's at $50,000. He's playing in y'all's face, okay? He's saying that T.S. Madison doxed his address, but that was another girl that she was playing with in Atlanta. Madison didn't do that. He rode by Madison's house, honking the horn, telling her to come outside to throw hands. Took a picture of Madison's house and put it on the internet so everybody could see her address. For all you people that are supporting him, y'all are about to get him in a Tasha K situation, and he's not going to be able to dig himself out of it. Georgia is a stand your ground state. Okay?
Listen, I wanted y'all to be clear because he was in my live after I finished saying the nigga look evil because the nigga look evil to me. I'm sorry. When I look at his face, he looks evil to me. He looks very like Diva said, mischievous. Yes, mischievous, shifty, grifty, right? Slimy, grimy. You know what I'm saying? Which reminds me, we need to go to Brorilla right after this because my assumption about her was absolutely correct, right? Like you got to look at the people that raise the kids, right? And if you raise the kids in survival mode, a lot of the times they're going to be terrible people because they've had to do the most in order to have the least. That's why I believe in socialism, y'all. This is why I believe that people should not have to scratch and survive good times for healthcare and for food and for a place to live. I feel like it should be given to people because the things that come out of having to scratch and survive good times for basic necessities is the fucking worst of society, y'all. Okay? No tea, no shade.
Okay? And Madison going and getting the restraining order is putting it on paper. So when he feels like he wants to be emboldened and break it, she will have grounds to put him on a t-shirt. So if his advice is worth all of that, y'all keep encouraging him how y'all doing. Because he's going to get himself in some trouble. And all of the frivolous lies and defamations of character that he's been doing against these women, I hope he got the receipts to back him up. Because the lawsuit against him is going to be nasty.
Okay. So hold up. Let's see. I want to see if we could find the Tasha K clip. What a Tasha K clip? Oh, hold up.
So I'm about to get on TikTok because you mean to tell me this guy is straight? Gotta go.
Oh my gosh, guys, the DL Whisperer just exposed me for being DL. I don't know how this happened. I haven't been expressing myself at all. I'm the least flamboyant man on this app. Yeah, you like this one, don't you? I just don't know how anybody could think that I'm anything other than the straightest man alive. I had evil plans for this top, but they were hetero plans. I promise you, don't get it twisted. So anyways, this is such an interesting guy. He's the DL Whisperer. He basically weaponized women's homophobia for content by telling them that essentially everything a man does that they don't like is DL. This video about me saying the DL men are working with the LGBT openly to distract others from the facts, because in this video I was basically saying that not every man who puts his hands on women is DL, explaining that even the notion of that is homophobic. And he responded to that video saying, no, all men that put their hands on women are DL. So that should tell you that him and his follower base are mentally unique, let's just say. Mind me, because I was gonna make a video on him a long time ago, but I never got to it, but I had the screenshots. This girl said, why are y'all so obsessed with DL men? He said, the same reason you obsessed with Nikki. The difference is at least I can touch what I'm obsessed with. All you can do is idolize. Bro, he's not.
So you fucking the DL men. I'm so confused at how. So is that what is he helping the women by fucking the DL men? Is that helping y'all? I'm sorry. No, because this is the shit y'all be like worrying about. Girl, is you inviting this man to fuck your man? So you believe your man is gay. And you call him and be like, I need you to come see if my man is gay.
I actually would love.
And then he fuck your man. And now it's like, he helped me. He helped me so much. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I gotta put in DL Whisperer and Tasha K. Hold up. Because I gotta see what was said. Because I told y'all, if Tasha interviewed somebody and I already saw them on my timeline acting a fucking fool, then I don't care about the interview.
Even with trans.
So wait, how many times he was
How
there?
do you feel about hypersexual men? Do you feel like
Gay.
hypersexual?
Okay, like you can't be, if you're hypersexual, how is A woman, and that's why I always say a woman isn't gonna satisfy them. Most of the time, these hypersexual men, if a man is stuck with over, like, cause I'll say 100, that's a low number. If a man is sleeping with all of these women and not building any emotional connections, nothing serious, he's not into women emotionally at least. He might like you sexually. He might just be into women sexually, but I wouldn't ever think that he's gonna be serious with them. Because a man that truly likes women, like I always say, the simps, like they're not gonna be in all of these commitments with all of these different women. They're all gay.
How do you feel?
And listen, I agree, and I tell y'all the same thing, and y'all get mad at me. I tell y'all that everybody gay all the time, and y'all be mad at me. Y'all be mad at me in the comments, Bonnie. But we can't believe you because you think everybody gay. That's how y'all be talking to me. When I tell y'all the shit without even all of this obvious shit, right? I tell y'all shit for real, for real. I be paying attention to motherfuckers on a whole nother level. And it's really because I'm true to this, bitch. I've been telling hoes they was gay since middle school. But you're not gonna trust me because I tell y'all people that y'all don't even see it about. And I tell y'all about women and y'all get mad at me because I tell y'all about women being gay. Excuse me for knowing my demographic. And I don't even like DL hoes. I don't want no bitch that ain't never, I don't know, bitch, you gotta enjoy it. I need you to like it, okay? No, don't come up around me. But what I do understand about our culture is that it's not even all the time that people are gay. It's that people don't even have an opportunity to express any type of out, you know what I'm saying, out of the norm sexual thing. Like y'all don't want men to like they nipples being touched because that's gay. But then it's okay to lick their ass. Now the hood niggas told y'all it was okay to lick their ass, and so now y'all doing that shit, which I thought only the white girls did. Which I thought it was all. Listen, and I don't do it from the standpoint of wanting to out people and put them on blast so that y'all could hurt them or y'all could be mad at them. No, but I want y'all to unwrap y'all minds from the fact that you think it matters. You think it matters so much. And I'm like, no, bitch, everybody. That's why you need to be thinking about it like it doesn't matter. It's a spectrum. And people like what they like when they like it. And you need to just be more protective of yourself by not being a fucking pick-me. That might help. And that's what I really be trying to get y'all to not do. Don't be a pick-me, bitch. If you're not a pick-me, you wouldn't be with a man that secretly hates you and is fucking niggas behind your back. I'm starting at the beginning. Y'all want to show up with y'all want to show up at the end of the story when now you done found out that the nigga is fucking with other men. Bitch, I came to you at the beginning of the story and said at the beginning, don't be a pick-me. Don't be homophobic. That way, you could, you know what I'm saying? You could move as you see fit without all of this like unnecessary negative feelings about people. Y'all think of a man like another man, that means he just gonna be bent over with a big booty and all of that. That's unattractive to some of you hoes, right? Don't get me wrong. Don't nobody want no thick-thighed ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I get it, right? But those niggas deserve love too. And they don't always want dick, even if they do have hips. Either way, you need to be in a mindset of protect yourself sexually. Don't be a pick-me and stop worrying about shit that really is none of your business. Because if the man was having sex with other men before you, that really ain't none of your motherfucking business. Get the STD panel and stop with all of this bullshit. Do the number one thing in order to not get caught out here with a man whose dick is for everybody. Don't be a pick-me. That's a great way to start. Let me see. Do I have my shit in here? Yes, I do. Here you go. Pick me, pick me, pick me. Hallelujah. I gotta find a man. I don't care what he did. I don't care who he hurt. I don't care who he fucked. I just want a man to pick me, Lord. Yes, Lord. Pick him. Please pick them. I'm so sorry. Patricia, baby, welcome to the club. You must be new here. DL women is a thing. I've only met women that like men or women out loud. I just thought it was men that felt they need to hide their sexuality. Oh no, bitch. Oh no. You ever met a girl in school that's mean for no fucking reason? Okay? Child, I tell y'all all the time, women that are mean for no fucking reason, a lot of the times are suppressing homosexuality. I'm telling you, right, you have to pay attention. But a lot of us gay girls that we know, they be mean, they be humbuggish, and they be wanting to fuck you. I promise y'all. It's happened. I've been around them way too much in my life.
Even with transgender people, I didn't know about transgender people until 2020. In 2020,
so you mean to tell me you this upset at some people that you only found out existed 6 years ago?
TikTok was popular, I saw people like transitioning and sticking themselves with needles, and I went against it. Because people always say that I'm just doing this just now. I've always been against transgender people.
Why?
Because
I heard there's like an underlying beef between the LGBTQ and the T's.
Yeah.
Like there's like us versus them, and
this is why, and that's why I don't do all of that group shit. That's why I don't do group think. That's why just because I'm from here don't mean I'm going to align with everybody that's from here too, right? Because I am very much a bisexual woman, and I feel like people need to be allowed to be whoever the fuck they are. I also understand now the difference between like your sex and your gender. Gender and sex are different. And how the easiest way for me to explain this is very simple. Just because you have a penis doesn't mean you're going to like the color blue. And just because you have a vagina, and we need to come up with a new name for that. I'm going to just start calling it pussy. But we need to come up with a new name for vagina once I done figured out that y'all got that word from something that's about dick. And everything, y'all can't, like everything about women is always still centered around dick. Vagina comes from a word that meant like the thing that you put the sword in, a sheath, whatever it's called, a sheath. Y'all know how they'll put a sword in something to cover the sword? Yeah. That's where that word comes from. So our vagina is only being called that because of its relation to a sword, a dick. I'm offended by that. I'm offended by that. But the best way to explain it to you is that just because one has a penis doesn't mean they're not going to like dresses. Right? People with penises can like dresses. They could even want to have titties. They could like having titty meat. Because they got a lot of niggas out here with penises and titty meat, and y'all be laying up there fucking them. They just fat niggas. So I just kind of feel like once I get to this point of recognizing that I don't ever want to be somebody that is punching down, and I think that in our hierarchical system, we're always looking for somebody to punch down on, and that's what I think y'all have done with the trans girls and trans people in general. Y'all are punching down on a very small group of people when at the end of the day, y'all didn't give a fuck about none of that shit when y'all was enjoying it in the 90s. When RuPaul was out there dressing like a gorgeous black woman everywhere he went before, we got to see that he would actually switch back into suits often. Nobody had a problem with it. Everybody was fine. For the most part, everybody was okay with all of this. You went to Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. Child, ignorant black people ain't never loved a whole bunch of men in dresses more. Okay? Wesley Snipes. Not Zema Jackson, bitch. What? A little Latin boy in drag. Little Latin boy in drag. Why are you crying? What do you mean? Like, I just don't understand being so upset at people for just living their lives. I just don't.
they're not a part of us.
Yeah, they're not.
Because essentially, gender has nothing to do with your sexuality.
Thank you, but as you can see, what do the trans women always do? Fight to be a part of every single thing that they can be a part of. So they fought to be a part of the LGBT. The first letter is L.
Should they not have been a part of it, considering the fact that Marsha P. Johnson is a trans woman who is one of the main orchestrators of the revolts and shit that happened between the police department and the gay and the trans people down to the New York Back in the 60s, bitch, because they used to be raiding them people's bars and attacking them people for no reason. Excuse me? See, and that's another thing. Y'all don't even know history. Y'all don't even be knowing history. The only reason the LGBTQ situation even happened the way it did is because of Marsha P. Johnson, bitch. Trans woman.
It was started for lesbians. The LGBT was originally created for women. They wanted women to have equal health care access, which they still don't have. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, it was never created for people of gender identity.
So the T is
yes, Stonewall. Thank you.
LGBT.
Think about it. Everything is the sexuality except the T. The trans women, like you see now, they want to be a part of everything. So they fought in the 1960s to be a part of the LGBT, to be included. And now they're upset because guess what I'm gonna say? You're a gay man, because at the end of the day, if we're going by sexuality, you're a gay man. If we're going by gender, I guess you can call yourself a woman. So they don't like that, I refer to them as gay man, but we have the same body parts. We have sex in the same hole. We have the same hormones. At 45, we're all gonna go and get a doctor to stick a finger up our butt for a prostate exam. So we're all men. You're a gay man. You're just hyper feminine. Like, I'm feminine. Like, I don't ever deny that, but I'm not hyper feminine. There's never been a time where I wanted to be a woman, thought I was the woman. I don't think.
So that would be the difference between you and a trans girl. See? Yeah. Listen, sweetheart. To be a man is a gender. To be male is a sex. You are a gay man because you are a gay man. T.S. Madison is not a gay man. Bitch, and if T.S. Madison was to call herself a man, y'all would be, that's not a real man. Y'all be so confusing. Y'all be confusing the shit out of me. Because when people actually are a man and they do feminine things, they wear whatever they want to wear, which is their God-given fucking right to wear whatever the fuck they want to wear. As far as I'm concerned, if a bitch, like what? Yeah, I don't know how y'all care this much about what's going on with other people. I want y'all to stop fucking on kids.
Like
metrosexual.
And guess who's doing that the most?
Well, I think metrosexual is still not the same. Like, trans women think that they're women. Like, they think that they're you.
Oh, I mean, they can think that.
But they really believe it.
But they can think that.
Yeah. But I mean, and there's
science
laws.
is science, though.
True, but there's laws that protect them.
So you are actually trying to undo the laws when it comes to
I want to lobby.
people?
Yes, I want to lobby. I want to grassroots. I want to raise money because.
So you're trying to get into politics when it comes to this?
And I didn't want to, but I don't really. I feel like I don't have a choice. I'm seeing that it's hurting more women than anything.
Oh my God! Can y'all please tell me how are the trans girls hurting y'all?
Women and children
grounded up in a power.
Yeah, I can't with the propaganda. I can't with the conservative far right propaganda that picks a small group of people and villainizes them. I just can't. I won't go along with that. I'm so very sorry. I don't even like when y'all say shit like, "Oh, I don't agree with people's lifestyle." Girl, fuck you and your lifestyle. Leave me alone. Like, what do you mean? Let me see if I can find the other one. Cause I want that one. Yeah, here you go.
A highly, highly requested interview. The DL motherfucking whisperer is in the building.
That nigga is. I'm sorry, y'all. Before we even that nigga, I don't care what y'all talking about.
Evil is good. Oh, evil. That's what I think. It must be.
That's what that nigga look like to me.
Oh my God.
I'm glad that we could sit down. When we start getting into some of these other rappers, in May, my life was threatened by Free Band's game.
Isn't he with Future's crew?
Okay, well, that Free Bands is the crew.
Okay. So what happened with Ruby Rose and her best friend that happened?
So straight men was threatening you.
Happens to be an Indian DL man?
Yes, that's who attacked me and tried to kill me. Once the police came and they told me like, oh, don't expose him. After this bitch beat me up, tried to use knives. This bitch hit me with a candle. Like, he done all of this shit in my apartment. And they told me not to expose him. So guess what I did? Exposed him. Me exposing the man that I stuck with wasn't gonna help anybody. Unless you're Tamar Braxton and you know you need to know that your husband is DL or
How did Tamar get in this? What do you know about Tamar?
Well, Vince was my first sugar daddy.
Sasha's so stupid.
You gotta listen. Listen.
I need a minute.
Not I need a minute, bitch. You disgusting. Hold
A
up.
highly
Hold up.
high.
No shade, but I see why Tasha K gets cussed out every single time. And why they be suing her ass. Because she literally has no reason to be interviewing the DL Whisperer. Like, all of this could have been avoided. I don't know why this is even a thing. And I used to defend Tasha K. I'm not gonna lie. I used to defend her because when she would get sued by Cardi, I would be like, well...
Child, even I didn't defend her
so, like,
back
I don't
then.
understand why Cardi B wanted to sue her. Literally, I don't know. On
Because
here
she said that lady... I need to find this one. Because she said that lady had... She said that lady had an STD and her baby wasn't a baby daddy's. And I just remember thinking to myself, girl, how the fuck would you even find that out if somebody had not given you information you shouldn't have had access to? Like, what's really her, bitch? Okay? Listen. She know. Child, we talk. She know. I told her how I felt. Okay? Trust me. She knew how I felt before she hired me to come on her channel. Before she hired me to come on her channel. I had already said all this on the internet, girl. I had already said all this on the internet. Like, I am very, very true to this. I am not new to this. I don't bullshit and I don't care. Hold up. See if I can find this shit. Hold up.
How do you feel about hyper?
What is that clip? Did they remove that clip? Because I keep trying to find the clip where he said he won't beat them up and shit. Where's that clip at? Hold up. Tasha K. T.S. Madison. Okay, hold up. Because he was talking, but he ain't played a clip. I want nigga to play the clip. Is this it?
Because I want to knock them the fuck out. Like, I want to beat the fuck out of T.S. Madison. I want to beat the fuck out of...
I'm just waking up.
See, why I can't never get the whole clip?
If you needed that from the Manny Mob, you could have just said that. If you need that from the
Where's the main clip? Child, why his hair look like? Never mind. Let me be quiet. I wanted to see the whole clip. Is this the whole...
How do you feel about hypersexual men? Do you feel like hypersexual?
Gay, like,
no,
you can't be... If you're hyper...
This not it. I'm sorry, y'all. I could have sworn that I had saved the clip, but apparently I did not. But y'all heard him say it.
Because I want to knock them the fuck out. Like, I want to beat the fuck out of T.S. Madison. I want to beat the fuck out of...
I'm just waking up.
Did you play the whole thing in this clip?
You want me to get home? Well, I know.
So sometimes they go back and play the whole clip. They did not. Okay, hold up. I just wanted to be sure. That's what I wanted, though, y'all. I wanted that clip.
No shade, but I see why Tasha K will give women tips on here who makes content and attach yourself to, especially because he has a very problematic...
See what I'm saying? Like, why I can't find this clip? I feel like they took it down. Hold up.
Because I want to knock them the fuck out. Like, I want to beat the fuck out of T.S. Madison. I want to beat the fuck out of...
I'm just...
Yeah, same one. Sorry, y'all.
No shade, but...
I want to knock them the fuck out. Like, I want to beat the fuck out of T.S. Madison. I want to beat the fuck out of Sherry.
There we go.
Because I want to knock them the fuck out.
Got
like,
it.
I want to beat the fuck out of T.S. Madison. I want to beat the fuck out of Sherry. I want to beat the fuck out of Dominique. Bitches have doxed me. They doxed my family. Like, T.S. Madison mama look a mess. So for this bitch...
And apparently that was not true. T.S. Madison did not dox. I know a lot of y'all was saying that in my comments. But from what I understand, T.S. Madison did not post the DL Whisperer's information on the internet. Somebody else did.
To sit up and talk about my mama ever, he got another thing coming. Mary can barely walk. He need to get her a walker or a motorized scooter so she can stop being pushed around in a mother computer chair around her kitchen cooking. Because see, I be being nice to them, but I'm not being nice anymore because at the end of the day, trans women are aggressive as. So you know, like, because I want to knock them the fuck out. Like I want to
Okay.
beat the fuck out of TS.
Okay. Right? That was a lie. Hold up. Hold up.
Anything. Boo, you can Google me, you know, and see, this is what I be trying to get y'all to realize. When you graduate college, they post it publicly. That's public records. That's how I know who's done with college and who been in college, and that's public. When they doxed me and you looked up my name, that's how they found me on LinkedIn. I have a LinkedIn account. You bitches don't even know what that is. That's why I say, like, we're so different. A bitch can't find y'all on LinkedIn because y'all don't have a LinkedIn. That's why I'm like, people only found my job because I wasn't thinking to delete my LinkedIn account. Because I wasn't thinking like hoes don't be, yeah, I wasn't really thinking. And I knew I was dealing with people that work at forrentman.com or they work at anything. Them think that I don't have a career because to me that's easier. You're like, think that I don't have anything. But once they get this Google search and they realize like, oh, this bitch is well put together. And I'm still in my 20s, mid-20s at that. These bitches 50 years old. And y'all be talking about I'm jealous of them. These bitches would Destiny, that's what they be trying to do, Destiny Swap. And it just don't be working. You cannot Destiny Swap with me. It's never gonna happen. But yeah, so I be on their ass, of course, because I mean, somebody gotta be on their ass, right? They get away with
So first they doing it to you, but you be on their ass.
too much. And one thing I'm not finna let them do is get away with anything. Like, I don't let trans people get away with shit. Well, no, when you got good weed, baby, the blunt stay going out. That just means that my weed is good. You see how many times I done had to relight this blunt, and it's a backwood at that. So imagine a backwood continuously going out. It's a good weed, boo. But that's besides the point because
And that's another thing. Okay, this is a joints. Okay, this is a joints. Okay, this is a cigarette. Okay, this is not a blunt. Okay, this is not a blunt. Now, I'm not saying I don't smoke those, but please be very understand how there's a difference between this and this. Okay, oh, don't do. Okay, etiquette.
the one thing about it, I can pass a drug test. Two things are certain. Exactly. They smoke crack. They smoke crack.
Who says that?
That's what I was just about to say. They be in them hotels and them motels shooting up. When you see capital T, they be doing Tina. That's why I'm like, a bitch could never, like, come on. Come on. Like, that's why they be so mad. Because, I mean, think about it. What can they ever really say about me? They be saying that niggas don't want me. Oh, okay. That's it. That's fine. That's fine. Like, I mean, especially considering the men that are out here, who wants to be wanted by these men? I have a man. That's why I be like, I don't think they be listening when I say I have a man. Because, yeah, why would I want men to want me?
What do you mean? Why would you want men to want you? That's a stupid question. That to me, girl, what?
The hoes that selling their body like them, that's something they want because they need those men to make money. I don't need men to make money.
No, apparently you just need women to make money.
Right, Candy Girl, they look a fucking mess. They want to be women so bad. That's why I tear them up every weekend. They want to be women so damn bad and will never be a woman.
And to me, I'ma just say like the energy of that, y'all. I don't know. Like, I'm not in that place. I do understand that there are women that feel like that this is something that they need to be fighting for, this identity. And that's another thing, like this fighting for your right to be an identity, but then to also box yourself off and keep other people out of your identity. I think that that is the feeling that white people feel about America. And so, because I recognize that feeling as coming from the very people that have oppressed my people, I don't like to adopt that mindset with anybody else. And there are a lot of people that feel like because a group of people might have, stereotypes about them, that means we're entitled to hate them or to use them as a punching bag. And that's just not my way. That's not my way. And so if you do follow me, it's not that I want y'all to agree with everything I say, but I do be wanting y'all to have a certain level of moral compass. I'm not even going to front on you. I do want you at some point to be a person that doesn't want to harm other people in the same way that you've been harmed as a Black woman. To not want to, and this is not to say that there aren't times where it's like, okay, we only want it to be this group of women. Cis het women, fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is entitled to only be by the people that they want to be by. And that is perfectly fine for me. But the way there is this like outward agenda to malign and to punch down and to, I'm always on their ass. Like, why do you have this special amount of anger for such a small group of people that in general, what they are doing to me is not harming anybody. Somebody transitioning and wearing wigs and wearing makeup and growing breasts and, changing their name and being referred to as she and her and girl and woman, that does not harm me. That does not harm me. And maybe it's because, girl, I love myself so much that I don't feel the need to be bothered about how other people um view themselves. That's why I say at the end of the day, if you feel like I'm not a foundational Black American, girl, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I know what neighborhoods I grew up in. I know what ancestors I come from. I know what universal consciousness that I'm connected to. I know whose ancestors are on, what I'm saying, on my altar. And at the end of the day, like, I'm just a person that doesn't enjoy like watching people be bullied or oppressed and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a I just can't fuck with it, y'all. And I think a lot of people don't want to be honest about the fact that they get joy out of it. And I won't front on you. I can understand. Like, there is a certain point in time where it's like, I don't like this, I don't get this, and I want to be able to say that to other people and they get it, and we get to have this feeling where we're all like, we don't like this. I absolutely understand it. But you have to think a little bit deeper than that. Why am I getting joy from this? I told y'all at the beginning of the year, I had like a epiphany of some sort, even with the way I was watching Debate Talk. I started out watching it because it was just interesting to me and it was entertaining. And then I realized how much I like to hear women tearing into these motherfuckers. And even that is too much, because when the women decided that they wanted to keep that energy no matter what, I was like, yeah, I don't like this. And so then I had to put myself in the shoes of some of these men that are not always up there with a certain energy, but they're getting, a certain amount of hostility. And so for a minute, I was just like, it's still fuck these niggas, but I'm going to do it my way. And my way is not to like, I hope, be an asshole about it. That's why it's so frustrating when there are people that be online saying shit to me like, they follow me and then all of a sudden I said something they don't like about fucking Chris Brown. Now I hate men. Why do you follow me then? Because you agreed with me at some point. It was some shit I said and you agreed with it. But now that I said something else that you don't like, now I gotta be the scum of the fucking earth, because that's how y'all talk to women when y'all say, you hate men, don't you? And the fact that I've had people in my real life who I have like really been there for and been a good person to in real life, been a good person to you, and you talk to me like that, it triggers me every time. And I know they mean to trigger me, but it honestly only makes me hate you more. It only makes me want to go with you motherfuckers even harder than I did before, bitch. Cause how dare you? How dare you? And so, yeah, man, like in a situation like this, especially like with the education that I have in reading the books I've read, and I've read about different religious practices and how people view the two spirited as a Gemini, understanding as a bisexual woman, like what it means to like encompass two different types of opposing energies at the same time and be a fucking Libra. I'm a Libra moon, a Libra rising, and a Gemini sun. I can't help but to try to be fair and to be able to be, to see both sides of things. That's just the way I am. But it also offers a hell of a lot of balance. I need balance, y'all. This is not balance to be going at people like this. I'm gonna let this nigga finish. But this is weirdo shit. And so at the end of the day, if you do fuck with me, I'm not asking that you choose a side or any weird shit like that. But I do need for you to be questioning your motives at times, because I don't want people that hate other people to be fucking with me like that. I just don't.
Zai, you see how you gotta defend the dolls? Because when we click your profile, you definitely don't be eating. You cock-eyed as a bitch, which is why you gotta turn to the side and take them pictures. That's what I be trying to say, like, a hoe that don't eat, that starving shouldn't be talking about nobody else eating. Like, boo, you gotta eat yourself. Y'all love to vicariously live through people. Like, when are you gonna eat? When are you gonna go to the damn eye doctor, the optometrist, and get that motherfucking eye straightened out? Come on, we gotta work that out. Work that lazy, cock-eyed eye out for us. And then maybe you can eat. Not you, T, baby. You not. More like a glass of piss. I wouldn't want to fuck with you. Like, you're cock-eyed. Like, look how you turn to the side. Like, baby, you look like you eat people. Why would I want to fuck with anybody that look like they'll gnaw and chew on a bitch while they sleep? Like, oh, please. What you need to go do is get that eye fixed, bitch. Cyclops looking hoe. Talking about I couldn't fuck with you. I wouldn't want to, bitch. Do I look like I want to be nibbled and chewed on? You hungry hippo looking bitch. Talking about the dolls ate, but you are still starving. That's what I be confused about. You worried about the next bitch time eating. Yours is empty. When you gonna eat? When you gonna eat? Huh? When you gonna stop being hungry and eat? And now be quiet. Oh, okay, I thought so, bitch.
Girl, people be talking to themselves. Just like, I'm just saying, like, this is a lot of energy to put on one person. Let me see. Trying to figure out what video that was that sis was talking about the whole situation. Was it?
I want to wish a lovely Wednesday morning to my friend, the DL Whisperer.
Yeah, this was last year before this shit. Because I told this shit been going on for a long time. This from May of last year.
I attempted to make this video in another fashion earlier this morning when I initially saw the lovely
Hold up. I hate that TikTok is like this.
I want to wish a lovely Wednesday morning to my friend, the DL Whisperer. I attempted to make this video in another fashion earlier this morning when I initially saw the lovely affirmations that you sent to me in my inbox. And it didn't seem to align with the way that TikTok would like me to respond to affirmations like this. And so this is my attempt at shifting my messaging so I can ensure that I acknowledge the affirmations you sent me and I can address some things. I really hope that the basement is warm and inviting for you right now. I hope that you are encapsulated in safety and care in the nether regions of your mother's home. In your affirmations you sent me, you mentioned that I'm always in the house. I just want to appreciate you noticing my intentionality about being in a home, because I have a home and I don't share with anyone else. I'm not, squatting in someone's space. I want to appreciate and thank you for noticing that I'm able to traverse around my entire home, and there's light and there's windows and there's space, and it doesn't feel like a bomb shelter. And I'm thank you so much for acknowledging that. I want to send well wishes to many other people who I know are deep supporters of you, that allow you to exist in the redacted version of opulence that you purport to the followers that fall for your grift. I hope that the people who spend time sewing together the one do-rag you have, I hope their hands stay healed and dexterous, and there's not a presence of carpal tunnel there because that can be hard. I know you're trying to stretch your things. I want to give honor to the stylist that ensures that those two hand twists at the front of your head that are meant to resemble a bang continue to keep those well maintained and ever present. I want to give honor and really send some appreciation to your Vaseline dealer. I know that's an essential component of how you're able to engage with us in community, specifically DL Men, which is your true community, the people you truly serve, and you really spend your time honoring. And I just want to thank you and the affirmation of wanting, hoping that I'm out in the city. I'm really appreciative of that. Oftentimes when I am out in the city, it's a flyer associated with it because I'm booked to be there, and I'm hopeful that you can find one of those flyers and attend, and we can spend time together as an activist and a person who believes in accessibility. I oftentimes, if I'm attending something, I ensure that people who don't have money, people who are deeply impoverished, that we create some sort of sliding scale. So I'm hopeful you can come because there likely won't be barriers with your circumstances to you entering a building that I'm in. Because I may the last be the first. Amen.
Women have been called everything but women to accommodate certain groups who cosplay. So this happens a lot, right? Like it's a halfway thing. That's what I don't like. We've been called birthers, individuals with uterus and everything else. So I don't know who has referred to you as that, but to me, I have often heard that from men, cishet men, referring to women as only being the fact that they can have babies. And the truth of the matter is, it's heterosexual men that really treat you like shit because you have babies, like, to be very clear. So I don't know when that happened. I feel like y'all are kind of being unrealistic about what has happened, right? On a large scale, you are not being called something other than a woman. If somebody sees you, they're gonna call you a woman, a girl, a female. That's the one they really like, which is more dehumanizing to me than anything else. But to me, I feel like I don't know where this has happened, but to me, this sounds like your complaint is some shit that straight men be doing. But we're gonna act like it's some of the trans girls. That's not to ignore the fact that there are trans girls that are problematic. Like I have always said, there are gay men that are problematic. And it took me meeting men, gay men, that were not completing other pieces of shit in order to see that everybody is not the same. And I shouldn't be treating everybody like they are the same. And that's just where I be coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I do understand at times having conversations with people that feel like you're trying to disrespect me as a natural born woman, which again, can't be a natural born woman. You can be a natural born female. But how they identify a woman is someone that grows into a certain level of femininity and performs a certain way. To be a woman is a certain type of performance. If one has a penis, they can still perform womanhood in a certain capacity because essentially nobody's checking your cooch every day in order to determine whether you are a woman because that would be insane, right? You know? And yes, we are entitled to our lived experiences all the time. And so I'm not saying that that's not true, that hasn't happened to you. What I am saying is we should be very careful to not let singular situations turn into us punching down. Again, us acting like racist white people about womanhood. Like there's something to grab and keep from people when really, if you are it, you are it. And nobody else's identity can change that. And that's why I said, like, about how you feel about yourself. Because ultimately, as a woman, when you embody your womanhood, I think at some point you kind of, just learn that anybody else's existence and how they feel about themselves has nothing to do with you. You see what I'm saying? But to me at large, when it comes to just seeing women as birthers, that's something I feel like that straight men have been pushing in a way that's actually problematic for us. Like, that actually puts us in harm's way.
I just want to thank you for your affirmations. I hope you're
But
doing deep.
this is just one of the many reads. They
wanna...
were going back and forth for a while, y'all. Let me see. Is there one from December where she said I'm trying to see if there was one from December about her going to jail because he put that out as well. He put that out that she was going to jail when he was accusing her of being a molester. Um I'm trying to see.
Yes. I know this is sarcasm, but
These to those women who are convinced that a man in
Okay.
You can't have it both ways. You can't lay up with random men that you met online with no protection and then blame it on the gays when you fuck around and catch something. That's not how that works. You can't kiki with your girlfriends over cocktails and mimosas and talk about how you told them to leave it in and talk about how we've taken Plan Bs and drinking Hennessy all summer long, face ass and kiki and hee and then blame it on the gays when you fuck around and catch something. That's not how that works. And that's my thing. Like, y'all like to pick and choose. Like, y'all literally will make
what's blowing.
Hey, so I do have an announcement. Stay tuned.
Hey, deal with
T.S. Madison, bring that ass outside. Look where I'm at, ho. What's up?
Hey, trans.
To me, it don't even look like you actually stopped.
Some of y'all want T.S. Madison to save y'all and save this situation so bad. Listen, T.S. Madison know what the fuck going on. Are we ready to have the real conversation now?
Like
The DL whisper.
No
So I'm about to get.
You know,
Not Harriet Tubman of the DL zone went private. Not the person that's trying to get the people to freedom has checked out. It couldn't have got that hot because Mama be boom cat in the street saying all types of stuff to all types of people. So what could have happened?
You know,
how's the deal?
So
yeah,
Because I want to knock.
y'all.
elite, you hear me? The creme de la.
Not gonna lie, I saw this on.
Y'all, so the DL Whisperer, y'all, now listen, he going for our girl Dominique Morgan. Now, y'all know we don't play about Nick. We don't play. Oh my God, today we don't play behind her. It's one thing to come on social media and speak about what has been made public. Dominique is one of the fewest content creators that has made her life very transparent. She's disclosed.
Right.
Hey y'all, come in the room. This your granny, your TikTok granny. I just want to say something.
Don't worry about it. I got $100,000 in my purse.
Oh, 100,000. 100,000. So are you gonna do the tipping?
Yeah, I'll do the
Oh,
tipping.
she'll tip. Now, Dominique, you know we're supposed to help the less fortunate, right?
I wanted to use this.
The sooner we are.
Yeah.
I promised Madison I wouldn't say anything. He keeps posting about me because he wants me to respond to him. And
this is in November, y'all. This is in November last year. And I'm about to get off of this, but I just wanted to show y'all how long it's been going on.
This is how he gets traction. I read him twice, like in April when he said something about me. And then like a month ago when he came back to my page. And since then, he has created false documents making me seem like I was a person that touched children and I had to come on here and take people onto the website. Like, and someone sent me, I guess he's started his YouTube with these videos because it gets traction because the large portion of the world is transphobic. And so if you create a space where you can talk about a trans person that is well known, it's helpful. He's never engaged with, Madison has never engaged with him once. And it's me, Madison, and Cherry. Because he wants a reaction and reply. And so I'm not giving that to him. I did see the pictures and the videos of him saying he was coming to the Halloween party. I was in tennis shoes. I had my nails ready to cut them off. He was nowhere to be found. I saw where Angela Stanton sent him money to catch the bus to come or however he was trying to get to the party, but he never arrived. He posted pictures of him in a Jason mask. All of those things, it would have been an interesting experience.
They have taken legal action. T.S. Madison got one, and actually, I think I saw Dominique talking about it this week going to court. On Monday, went to court about this situation that has been going on for months. The DL Whisperer doesn't care for the particular trans women because they talk down on and compete with natural born women and try to make our struggle in America their struggle when they chose it. Okay, girl. If that's what you believe. If that's what you
So I'll
believe.
tell you that.
I'm not here to change y'all mind about it, to be honest. I just wanted y'all to understand why I'm not fucking with the DL Whisperer. Again, I have my own discernment. I don't need anybody else to tell me about a nigga. But you know, listen, do your thing. If y'all think that he is out there fighting for your ability to, and it's like, what is this they talk down on? Uh Listen, are y'all not talking down on them at the same time? I just want to be clear. Because what happens is y'all get up there and y'all say shit that y'all know is rude to these people. They say something back to you rude, and now they're talking down on you. And it's not a two-way street where everybody is going at each other in ways that they know is gonna hurt. The whole conversation about being called cisgendered, it's a scientific word that just describes when your sex aligns with your gender. That's really all it means, y'all. I used to feel the same way about it until I understood what it actually meant, and it's just an identifier. It just differentiates you from a trans woman, and in the way that it expresses that your gender is aligning with your sex, right? You're choosing to be a woman because you were born female. So you feel like those things connect for you. For some people, they do not. Being born female doesn't automatically mean wanting to walk around the world looking like a woman, and vice versa. For some people, these things do not align. That is okay as well. Y'all act like y'all don't, like there is not a concerted effort government wise in order to hate on trans people. When you want to talk about what trans people are saying, and I hate that y'all have me up here defending anybody with a dick, to be clear. Like, I really hate that y'all got me up here doing this, because it then makes me feel like I'm fighting for somebody that's not myself, but I just can't be like this with y'all. Like, I just can't be like this in conjunction with y'all, because it doesn't feel good to me. It doesn't feel right to me. I don't feel like a trans woman's existence in life and wanting rights for themselves is fucking with mine. I don't feel that way. Okay. I'm not competing in a sport. And I feel like that might be a different conversation, right? That might be a different conversation to be had. But at the same time, y'all are not athletes either, bitch. Y'all are not getting kicked out of a pool by a trans woman. So what exactly are you competing for? Because if you feel like trans women are competing with you, for what? Because I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see something. What are y'all competing over? Hopefully not these niggas. I hope y'all listen to me enough to not be nowhere competing with nobody over no niggas. And I do understand y'all feeling slighted by being called cis, but it's really not a slight, y'all. How would I be slighting you? Listen, I was born with a vagina too, girl. I had a period too, girl. Why would I be saying that to you in a way that's meant to be nasty if it's meant to be nasty? It's not meant to be nasty all the time, y'all. It's not. You feeling offended by it, doesn't change the fact that the word means something. That's all. And y'all can go and because y'all haven't been on TikTok, girl. And this is why it's hard to leave TikTok, because y'all don't know about half the shit that be going on. And I'm a content creator. I got to know what's going on. So yeah. And I also feel like it took me a minute to realize how fucked up it is that y'all think it's cool to be out with somebody and be like, that's a man, right? I feel like these niggas know exactly what they doing, and y'all give them the leeway to act surprised, right? Cause they know what they doing. They know what the fuck they doing. And if they don't know, they gonna find out that's their motherfucking business. The way y'all be out here trying to jump in front of dick to save it from other dick is insane. It's insane, girl. They are not fighting for you that hard. And that's always where I come from with it. Y'all fight too hard for these niggas. Gay magazine covered. Renowned television and trans media personality T.S. Madison has filed a temporary protective order against online commentator DL Whisperer, whose legal name is Naquan Palmer, following a public dispute that escalated from online commentary into documented safety concerns. Court records reviewed by Gay Magazine show that Madison filed a temporary protective order or TPO after weeks of escalating online conflict, culminating in an incident in which Palmer appeared at her residence. Madison confirmed the filing exclusively to Gay Magazine. The dispute began after Palmer posted commentary reacting to T.S. Madison's interview with Nene Leakes. In the video, Palmer misgendered Madison and used rhetoric that is clearly transphobic. The commentary circulated broadly across platforms including Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, drawing significant attention within Black and LGBTQ plus online communities. Following the video, Palmer publicly alleged that Madison and individuals associated with her doxed him by sharing his personal information online. Madison has never publicly addressed Palmer or engaged him on social media. Madison has denied the allegation, stating that she did not dox Palmer and that any such claims are false. Okay, I'm going to continue on. Palmer proceeded to make public death threats toward Madison online, eventually sharing a video of himself on TikTok driving past her Georgia home. As the dispute unfolded online, it becomes part of a broader national conversation about safety for trans women, particularly those with public visibility. Advocacy organizations and civil rights groups have reported rising levels of harassment, threats, and violence towards trans women, with Black trans women facing disproportionate risk. Since filing the protective order, Madison has disengaged from public exchanges related to this dispute and is allowing the legal process. And I told y'all that Dominique Morgan also went down to the courthouse. Okay? So, yeah. Y'all are entitled to support whoever y'all want to support. But this nigga's weird. And if you think you need to follow somebody that, tell you about a man, let me just tell you so you can save yourself some time and some negative energy. They're all gay. Just suppose all of them are gay. Suppose all of them would fuck a man if nobody was going to find out about it. Suppose all of them have had a homeboy suck their dick. Suppose all of them had a little strange with a trans girl, as long as they had plausible deniability, they was down with it. Please, 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 just assume they're all on Twitter watching the trans girl porn. Okay? It's very interesting to watch, girl, especially when you see a trans girl with a regular girl. Very interesting shit to watch. I won't argue with you. I found myself stuck for a few seconds because, I didn't know what I was looking at first. And then I sat there for a minute and I was like, oh. Girl, listen. What the diva said the gag is going to be when the DL Whisperer takes all that money the women donated to him and starts transitioning. Oh my God. Because he reminds me of one of my gay homeboys who absolutely was transitioning. When he was outside, presenting as a male, and I knew him from childhood, and he was always gay, and he always did weird shit. Like, he lied to everybody and told them that we had sex when we was like 13, and I had to like low-key beat his ass, in front of everybody. But he, I still forgave him, and he was always still close to me. He also stalked me at one point when we were very young. Remember I told y'all that story about the boy that kept like calling me every time he saw my car pass when I was on my way home, and my dad told me, tell that little nigga stop stalking you like that, calling you every time. I know he watching you when we pass his house. Yeah, he grew up to be gay. God rest Cyrus' soul, girl. God rest his soul. He grew up to be gay, and eventually, as he was getting older, he was getting filler in his cheeks. And the last time I saw him, God rest his soul, he had a do-rag on just like this nigga. He had a do-rag on, and he had one of them like real flowy shirts on. He was dressed like a dude. He was going to try to get a job down to the hotel, and he had on some slacks, and he had on one of he had it untucked, and it was a nice one of them like Versace looking type of shirts. Okay, I never forget it. He was outside smoking a cigarette, filler all up in his cheeks and shit. And I knew about both of his Facebook pages. Okay, listen, God rest his soul. I have loved people in my life. Okay. And so at the end of the day, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm never going to go along with y'all feeling like trans women are doing something to y'all so terrible that y'all should all have this like vitriol and this hostility in order to go along with this shit. Like I'm never gonna agree with that. I'm so sorry. I'm not really sorry. I'm being facetious. Instead of looking for DL men, why don't you just assume I read that one? Okay, girl, because listen, that's how I feel. I'm just gonna assume I can't trust none of you niggas. What? That's what I'm gonna assume. They are competing for the attention of a man. That's why they want to know who's DL and who's not. Yeah, girl, that's crazy. That's crazy. I ain't worrying about that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Get that nigga STD panels and pay attention to how he move. Because if a hoe is a hoe is a hoe is a hoe. Like it don't matter if he fucking a woman or a man. The woman could have an STD and the man could not. Like the point is that you need to be on tip top with not just allowing your body to be given to any old nigga. And that's just what it is. Okay. Now get it together, everybody. I love y'all. Okay. And I need for y'all to walk in the light and not like Diddy. And a part of walking in the light is letting people be exactly who the fuck they are and not trying to control what's going on around you because you feel unstable, recognizing that people are different and these niggas like everything. Like y'all really don't be, y'all don't be wanting to believe that it's your nigga. And it's like, girl, you should on some level have the good eye. Okay? Listen. Don't be too surprised, bitch. Don't ever be too surprised.
It's your girl, Bondy Blue. So let's go ahead.